When you're brand new, you're trying to get your clothes into stores. You're trying to write a proposal. You're trying to convince the owner of the store, hey, I would like to put my clothing line in here. What was that process like? Just trying to get in the door of some of these stores.
It was discouraging because you get rejected.
Hmm.
But what you realize is you're going to get a lot of no's, and you have to be built for the no's. As you remember what I said when we first started, you got to know what you're built for. You got to make sure that you have the tolerance for this.
Hmm.
Because I said some people start and they get losses off the back, as I call them, but they're really their lessons.
Hmm.
It goes to show you what you're made of. So for me, it was just kind of like, why are you rejecting this? I respect your decision, but I need to know why. Tell me why so that I can do what I need to do so that you can say yes.
Right.
That's what it was all about for me. Tell me what I have to do for you to say yes. I took those lessons, I took that advice, and I studied, I researched,
Hmm.
and I kept digging into I kept back knocking on the door until you answered and let me in.
Did you find that most of these store owners were willing to tell you, like, listen, I said clothing is too thick, or this design looks funny, or whatever? Were most of them willing to give you feedback?
Yeah, you would get feedback, but the one thing you have to understand, and I respect it now, owning a store owners care about one thing, and that's money.
Hmm.
Will your product make me money? Because when they buy a product, understand they're buying a product now. I'm not speaking on the two stores we were in or anybody else, but most people, you buy a product because it's going to generate revenue for your store. You may
Right.
not even love the product,
Hmm.
but if your consumer loves it, that's who you're in business for.
Hmm.
So they'll buy it. I remember going to LA. I was actually in Long Beach, and this is when I was at IO. This was before we even opened our store. See, our store really opened because we got a lot of other rejections as we were trying to grow the brand as well.
Hmm.
I was in Long Beach. I don't remember the name of the store, but the guy had an appointment. He said, I actually love your brand. He said, your quality is better than 90% of the stuff that I sell in my store. So I'm thinking like, yeah, we're going somewhere. He's telling me good stuff. He said, man, your story is amazing. Yeah, but I can't give you a chance. And I was like, it was like a shot to the heart. I'm like, well, why? He said, nobody knows who you are. He said, I got to keep my door open. I got to keep my employees fed. I got to keep the lights on here. And he was like, this stuff over here, he said, nobody cares about the quality. It's selling because of a name.
Hmm.
And I remember he told me, he said, you need to get somebody famous or get somebody behind you. He said, I gladly pick it up because he said, I actually think your idea is great. He said, but I can't afford to take that gamble when I know people come in my store. And like he said, unfortunately, they don't live at their own pace. They don't think it there for themselves.
Hmm.
They think based on what does social media say?
Right.
What does this person say? And I was like, that makes sense. And once I understood that, I was like, okay, I got some more work to do.
Hmm.
I have more work to do. I had to do more research. So for me, I was just used to being rejected. It was just like, it's part of the game. And so for me, this is part of getting to where I want to go.
Hmm.
I guess I'd say I was built for it. And it's not, it's no fun. It's no different than probably being in high school or junior high, going up to the girl you like. And she's like, no, I won't go to the dance with you, or no, we won't go out. No, I won't be your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, or,
Right.
it's basically the same thing.
Hmm.
It's a confidence killer, but you got to remain strong. That's why I said that blueprint, that roadmap of knowing where it is that you're going. What's the end result will help take you a long ways, because you'll constantly keep going because you know what you're in it for.
Hmm.